in front of thousands
3 bars is cool.
and thousands of
I work with 3 bars. Check. Make sure everything is looking good. We back. Back with another one. This nigga, man. This nigga, dog. Anybody up in here early? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is gonna be a good one. Stupid ass. We finna get started in 10 seconds. I just gotta make sure. Gravy. Copy link. How that don't sound it, man.
of viewers. And
Start that from the top. I'm lagging. Fuck. Am I lagging? No, I'm good. How that don't sound. I'm good. Ain't no lag, bitch. It might go frame by frame. Nah, I should be good. Share it out to my Discord for everybody that want to pull up. If you want to. It's not, you don't have to, obviously. Pull up. If y'all want. Tired. Looking forward to it. All right. So we got why is streamer culture so weird? We finna get
for a
into
moment,
it.
guys, and
Shout out
just
to
a
Zach.
moment. Let's imagine being
Turn it
live
down a
in front
little
of
bit.
thousands and thousands of viewers.
That's already
And
turned down. Damn.
I'd say about 50% of those viewers
Right
being
there.
children. And then deciding to tell these viewers that you had a wet dream about another creator that's not too far
you talking about
from
Rakai,
within
bro?
your circle. That's just about what happened with Rakai.
Let's cut this shit off, bro.
I gotta
Cut this shit the fuck off.
And I know you guys are just about tired of hearing me talk about the Clover Boys and all their
Yeah,
nonsense
I
that they
can't
have
even cover
going
them
on,
no more.
but
I'm done with them.
did I ask?
damn, son.
I don't
I'm
give a
done
fuck
covering them,
what
bro.
you're tired about. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And I also don't give a fuck to know what happened in Rakai's wet dream. I don't need to know a single
Yeah, I
fucking
don't need to
detail.
know that.
Wet dreams happen, bro. I'm not gonna say everybody has them because I don't. So,
I don't have wet dreams.
but they happen, and it's
And I
not the
practice similar
fact that he
tension.
had the wet dream. It's the fact that his first instinct was to come on live to spark up stream and tell all his fucking viewers that he had it. Name dropping all.
It was
Weird.
Yama J chat.
And somehow instead of everybody collectively going, why the
Keep that
why
to
the
yourself.
fuck would you say that? It essentially just became another streaming clip, bro.
That is shit you supposed to keep to yourself. You know what he did? He did that because I guess he wanted to put. Obviously, he did it for the clip, but I feel like he did that to put it in the air. Like, bro, no, that ain't. If you was ever trying to get with Yana, that I don't know, bro. Like, that's not the way to do it, bro. If you're actually attracted to Yana, but you just want to play around and say, bitch, nigga, talk to her like a human being. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this dude is literally like a science experiment of what happens when you grew up on streaming, like watching streamers. I grew up watching YouTubers, bro, content creators, niggas that took their time, like with the video, not this like, this is so like their comedy is so elementary, bro. Elementary. Little pump head ass.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like everybody was okay
get
with
some
this
grapes.
shit or let it slide, but majority was just laughing or thought this was funny in some type of way. That's what bothers me.
2 wet dreams in my whole entire life. Had a wet dream chat. And oh my gosh, bitch. The person that I had intercourse with in my dream, boy. I ain't wanna tell y'all. Should I tell y'all, should I tell y'all who it was? Should I tell y'all who it was, chat?
Little pump.
Nah, chat, it was a dream. It was a dream. So I'm not saying it was true. But should I tell y'all who it was? It was Yana J, chat. It was Yana J, but I don't know why it was in my dream, but it was It was a wet dream. You know what I'm saying? So
wildin'.
Chad, it's no weird shit. That's leave my friend
He's
at all.
wildin', bro.
All times, but Chad, listen, it was a fucking wet dream though, and she was there. I don't know fucking why though.
He's wildin', bro.
We have gotten way too used to letting streamers say whatever the fuck comes to their mind. We've gotten so used to it that niggas barely question this shit. When I say barely, I mean barely.
don't.
And it's kind of ironic because if you've been keeping up with my channel, we were just talking about how it's just content is gonna become another way to dodge accountability and to let niggas get off their weird clips, weird actions. Everything becomes content. Everything becomes a fucking joke. Everything has to become something to clip. And if streaming has gotten so raw to the point where niggas are talking about wet dreams they had with the streamer they collabed with, I think we need to start asking where the hell did the filter go?
I ain't gonna lie to everything Rakai did, it's not even that bad, bro. This shit ain't even that bad.
The boy trying to kiss me on my mouth and shit.
And this is where I think streamer culture really got fucked up. A streamer can say something completely out of pocket, just completely off the rails. Everybody laughs at it, the clips get posted, and then 2 days later, nobody remembers why the fuck this was even weird in the first place. Say something outrageous, get a reaction, clip it, post the clip, everybody laughs at it, then everybody moves on.
A bitch ain't finna tell me no, gang. If I'm already in your shit, I dare bitch to say, I put my shit in. No, I don't wanna go. What?
He lost the plot because I don't think he's making it enough to do this. Like, I'm not saying it's okay if you do if you're a big streamer, but if you're a big streamer, at least you know, like, I don't have to go back to regular slop. Like, you might have to though, but this nigga, you 2 steps away from Amazon warehouse, my nigga. But I'm realizing, like, your digital footprint is like your PR. You think you don't give a fuck, but you do. Like, my PR is so fries. It's fries, but I can handle it. I can handle my fries PR. I just know I'm not gonna be able to collab with niggas like that or like think. But even if you, this the thing though, it be niggas that be dick sucked out and never said nothing about nobody and still never get a collab. Nigga walk up to DDG, I've been watching you since I was a kid. Nigga still don't. That nigga don't be caring. Everybody say that shit to him. I'm not saying I want to collab with that nigga. I'm just saying like that's somebody I used to watch. So it's like he's a big streamer. So the thing about it is, right, niggas is doing this shit like this is, I mean, I guess it's good clip. I guess it's cool clips. I guess, but who's gonna follow you off of this? The people that you even finna attract that follow you is gonna be ass. Like you want that. Like when you Nitro Camden showed me how ass my PR was, or like how good PR. Even though that wasn't a good situation, it was good PR. Like he has a golden child start, bro. Like nigga don't got no schmut on his fucking name, bro. He ain't have to diss a nigga, because you know in this culture, in this streaming culture, in this content culture, you gotta bump niggas. Like it's crazy, bro. You gotta really bump niggas for they shit. Like you think it's enough space on the internet, it's not, bro. It's really not, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's not. It's a million niggas posting every day, bro.
Bro, stop! You asshole just moves. Why are you turning on my booty, bro?
But
It's my friend right
you
now.
never know. I'll be ready after a month of this.
You know I used to nut in this, right?
The shade. We were having a real conversation. I'm sorry.
Solve it with.
He was telling you about his girl.
And it's not like I don't know why streamers do this. They're attention seekers. I'm sorry, they're entertainers. Their entire job is to gain some type of attention in any way, shape, or form, just to get attention on this. But when you're constantly looking for the next clip, when you're always...
I remember Speed was doing the rape jokes with that one girl. He was like, what you gonna do if one of the last alive or something like that? Yeah, that was the beginning of the bad clips. Aiden Ross started bad clips too.
Looking for a clip, normal human boundaries start to feel like opportunity. That thought of should I say this or should I do this before you do or say something changes to will this moment be enough to be clipped? That's one mindset shift that I just can't get with, bro. I can't wrap my mind around it. And then when your audience is mostly young people, it matters even more because they're watching what you consider normal.
Yeah. Pull it out. Take.
What the
Come on.
fuck?
Pull it out. Pull it out. Yeah. Come on. Pull it. Yeah.
That's it.
All right, then. So I gotta wash my hands. I didn't actually touch. I didn't touch.
I ain't gonna lie, that's regular white people shit.
You didn't film that, right?
That, I'm not surprised. It's this nigga name is like Poseidon. Isn't Poseidon like a Greek god or something? Like if you tie your name to Poseidon, like I'm not surprised you doing some weird ass shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, like the shit that I just processed and just watched through my eyes, that shit was so Babylon. Like that's some real Babylon shit. To even think that's like, how is that funny? What type of fucking humor is that? I'm gonna act like I'm beating your meat, bro. Like, what the fuck kind of humor is that? That's some cracker shit. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't gonna put that on all white people, bro. I ain't gonna put that on all white people. But god damn it, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is crazy. You know some little niggas, little kids watching that shit funny.
Huh?
That's what you like, the food?
Yeah.
These niggas got no pineal gland, bro. They can't have a pineal gland, bro. There's no way possible they got a pineal
This
gland.
house again to where you just crawled?
Yo, K Wobbs.
No.
K Wobbs, what's up, gang? I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Bro, yeah, I've been grinding, bro. I've been on the grind, man. Getting to it, man. Trying to build my own shit.
Well,
If you this far into the video and you feel like I'm making this to attack Rakai,
Yeah, that was my first
I don't know
time.
why
That
you're
was my first time ever even. I don't even know who Ice Poseidon is. That was my first time seeing that nigga. That's
I'm not
crazy.
making this video to attack Rakai in any way, shape, or form. Even though he is a weirdo dumbass, this is not the video for that. Just like usual, Rakai is an example that made me think about this bigger
that like,
problem.
y'all.
Because if you do a
Please.
little deep dive through streamer culture, you'll find out that this isn't some isolated
Hell
situation.
no.
This is not the
This
first
is
time,
normal.
and it's happened way too many times, that a streamer is sexualizing a woman, making her feel uncomfortable, making anybody feel uncomfortable,
Nah, AB's crazy.
or just pushing boundaries to their
AB
limits,
raping
and
bitch on
then
camera.
being able to hide it behind 3 words. It's just content. It's so crazy. I was just talking about this fucking two videos ago. And this situation honestly reminds me of 2 incidents that happened pretty recently in the same context. One streamer named Geo,
Nigga,
he was
that was
at
fully
a Sky
chopped.
Zone with his
Nigga, I thought that was
girlfriend.
fully chopped for a minute. I'm
and
like,
he-
the fuck? This nigga fully chopped.
He was
treatment?
playing dodgeball against kids or playing basketball against kids, whatever, playing. They made a bet that if they won, they had his girlfriend. And if he won, they didn't. I don't really know what he got. All that matters is that if the kids won, they got his girlfriend. Already weird enough. You're putting up your girlfriend as the prize. The nigga proceeds to lose against the kids in whatever activity we were doing at Sky Zone. And long story short, the kids end up sexually harassing Geo's girlfriend. And I
Slap
don't
their
think
butt,
Geo
huh?
handled the situation well at all, bruh.
They
But it
for
was
sure
all
slapped
for
their
the sake
butt.
of content.
They for sure slapped their butt. Cause I know I was playing. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in 2nd grade, this is fucked up, bro. We was playing slap ass in the 2nd grade. Slap ass Thursday, slap ass Friday. I feel like that's just natural nature though of men and women being in the same vicinity. Even if boys and girls being in the same vicinity, like without even if we have parental guidance, we were still being influenced by like TV media back then. We watching Comcast, whatever's on TV shows and stuff like that. But I don't know where we got slap ass Friday and all that. I think these niggas is ghetto. Then in the 3rd and 4th grade, we was already getting twerked on in the back of the dugout. I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in the hood. You feel me? I grew up in Vallejo, so thought we was grown. You feel me? Bro, by the time niggas got to high school, middle school, like it's already on and cracking. Like this is what Babylon do. That they perverting like kids. But it's like now that you can't blame major corporations because agent be saying something like, "Oh, y'all give blame to people more than corporations and stuff like that." But it's like, bro, these streamers don't have to do this shit they doing. They don't have to do this shit. Like they literally look at the camera and just choose to do the zestiest shit. Like, and it's not necessary. Or inappropriate shit. Like, I don't know.
2-1. Okay, Kylie, I'm not gonna lie. No.
He said, we win. He said, we win. One of them came up behind me, like, slamming fucking ball with my eyeballs. One of you.
I didn't touch my girl, bro.
It's my girl now. We won.
Hold on, bro. You good?
That was fine.
You see how he grabbing him? You see how he grabbing him and shit by the waist? I didn't do shit like that as a kid. These kids, is becoming desensitized too. Somebody in the comments say, "What, bro? L kids." Yeah, like y'all acting like, bro, like when you young, you don't still have a mind, and you're not. Of course, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you think you know, but you still have a mind, you know. And I always had a conscience, like, and my dad might pop up or something. These kids act like their parents ain't gonna like they parent, like y'all on the internet, y'all like y'all parent, you ain't gonna get in trouble. You just acting a fool at Sky Zone. Like, I understand they having fun, but these streamers is blurring the lines of reality. There gotta be boundaries. Like that kid that threw that thing at Neon, and everybody stopped the thing. Like, hold on, you can't do that. That ain't clip farm. You don't disrespect somebody and throw something at their face and say like it's just a clip. You can't do that. Cause in real life, you throw something at a grown man, he might really whoop your ass. No matter how old you is, he might not control himself. So I'm just saying, there's the thin line.
I ain't gonna lie, they're wild.
What up, Ron Hart?
Bet your body on this.
Yo, what up, Vamp?
I may have bet your body on this. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. I'm winning.
I'm not trying to get old head, but social media is definitely the reason why so many children are exposed to such sexual content, and it's definitely the reason why children are talking like this. These children are explicitly asking, can they smack Gio's girlfriend's butt? And instead of telling these children off, Gio plays around, he enables it, and he tells his girlfriend that
but yeah,
these
kids ain't doing nothing.
And following this, Gio gets held down while these children score,
nigga, my dad told me when he was 13, they was acting. When he was a kid, they was acting a fool. My dad told me that. It wasn't a damn social media around. So, and my dad grew up in South Carolina, so I'm like, shit.
Down
he used to tell me that shit all the time.
Right, Kylie, right. Oh shit.
No, do not touch my butt. Stop.
The other situation is the situation with Deshae Frost, and I feel like this does not get talked about enough, honestly, bro. I think we all know what happened at this point. If you don't, I'm gonna explain it. Deshae Frost was shopping in a Target with another creator. They were just trolling, doing normal content creator shit. Deshae Frost sees this girl not too far away by herself, looking around or whatever. He decides to walk up to her. No age, no name, no hi, my name is Deshae Frost. Bitch, you look good. Let me fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie, bitch, you look good as fuck. On some real shit. Like, I'll fuck you right now.
Jesus
with your mom? Oh, I'm so sorry. But can I get your number and shit? We can get some food? No? Like, get some food and shit? Like, vibe out and shit? No, you not fuck with it?
I ain't gonna lie. That nigga do anything for content. Anything. Then they had the right to get... They had the nerve to get mad when they got pressed. Bro, a lot of niggas wouldn't even wanted to talk like that, bro. You're lucky that nigga was talking it out with you, bro.
I'll fuck you right now, though. No? Alright, then.
Turns out that girl was actually 15 years old, and she was there with her mother and brother. And when the brother confronted Deshae tried to rub it off like it was just content.
She ain't even answering.
Who?
One that with the red hair?
For her number?
Nah, you said more than that. You look so good, I'll fuck you right now. But
Bro,
that's
we
sexual
streaming,
harassment.
bro. I'm saying, bro.
That's
like,
sexual harassment, bro.
Like I'm saying, though, bro.
It's
like,
just
a
prank.
Shit, we just prank. Like,
You can't be pranking with people like that. That's disrespectful.
But I'm saying,
I'm actually happy he handled it like this, because I'm thinking, like, bro, slap the fuck out that nigga. Slap. Boy, fuck no, boy. I don't got a little sister. I got a big sister, but, man, I was like, nigga, what the fuck you talking to? Like, I probably would have slapped that nigga, bro. And he was a little, not even that he just ain't got nothing to do with him being short as shit. But I don't know. But then you got to be careful, too, because, you know, niggas be having guns on them. But it's like, I don't know. This nigga wilding for this. Like, he wilding, bro. Because even if you got your gun, that shit in the car, you don't got your gun on you in the store with your parents, with your little sister and your mom. So even if the only way you'd been able to slap that nigga if he had his shit on him too. That was the smartest, because you can't be slapping niggas and getting, like, that's how Chud the Builder act. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas are scary. Whether they beat the case or go to jail, they will shoot you. Like, niggas be scary. As soon as they feel any type of harm, like, they think to weapons. They don't think of fighting, because a lot of people ain't grow up fighting. So
Go take that shit.
Then that's cool. She would have said that. I would have respected her.
Mom.
I feel that.
Oh, that's your brother? I mean, your
sister.
sister.
Nah, I feel that.
Little
I feel that.
sister.
But I'm saying on some real shit. Like, she was saying, I feel that. On some real shit.
Like, this nigga ain't just walk up to a teenager and say,
yeah, you should literally be on the list, bro.
On some real shit. Like, I'll fuck you right now.
She should have told him she was underage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, bro, bitch, you look good as fuck. I'll fuck you right now, though.
being a content creator doesn't automatically make everything you do acceptable. If anything, having thousands of people watching you means you have more responsibility for what you normalize, especially when a huge chunk of your audience is young. And I'm not saying every awkward or sexual joke has to end somebody's career. Don't get me wrong. There's always going to be a sexual or awkward joke here and there. I'm just saying that 100% of us need to be able to look at something and all agree that this shit is fucking weird. Sometimes the clip is just nonsense. That's it. Now, as much as I was talking about Rakai and what he said, I want to talk about Yana's reaction as well, because her reaction, it wasn't it to me, bro. Yana basically brushed the clip off, saying God doesn't like ugly, telling Rakai to get himself together. And I truly get not wanting to make like a big scene or a big controversy or whatever out of this shit. But when somebody says something sexually like that publicly, especially a 17-year-old with thousands of people watching him, I don't think brushing it off sends the best message. The audience sees that reaction too. If everybody laughs and moves on, and I mean everybody, they learn that this is just normal streamer behavior.
It was Yana J, chat. It was Yana J, but I don't know why it was in my dream, but it was a wet dream. You know what I'm saying? So chat, it's no weird shit. That's leave my friend at all, but all times. But chat, listen, it was a fucking wet dream though, and she was there.
I mean, maybe he just, I don't know, bro. Rakai, he just expressed himself, man. His throat chakra, pause. Nigga got an open throat chakra, pause. Nigga tattoo chakra on his neck. Nigga got a chakra neck, nigga. Nigga got chakra neck.
Fuck why though.
Fuck out of here.
Next fucking segment. Next segment, bro.
Yeah, if y'all want me to react to shit too, send it to my Discord.
Next, I'm not reacting to that live.
Y'all want me to react to stuff, send it to my Discord.
Nada. Rakai, you better get together. You better get together and quit acting like God don't like ugly and be in law school. So, like actually.
Just how men sexualize and push boundaries and make women uncomfortable, these women bait men. They intentionally set up scenarios so men can be gooners. They do the little innocent child play act. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but the little innocent act, that's the type of shit Yana was on. And I hate that's a part of streamer culture and content creation as a whole. Why do grown ass adults choose to act like fucking children or choose to act naive to certain situations as if they don't understand what the fuck is going on? You're a grown ass adult. Prime example, I just seen a clip the other day. A streamer was supposed to be doing a sleep stream. I don't remember this woman's name, but she was supposed to be doing a sleep stream and she was propped up on the couch just like this. Camera facing the ass, by the way. Half the screen was just half of the screen was just ass, and she was propped up on the couch and she was faking like she was doing a sleep stream. Motherfucker, it's still daylight out.
My OnlyFans in the bio. Oh my god. Whole time it's a nigga like, yeah, bitch. When you go on that stream, let her bitch lay down, put your ass. Bro, they be having managers, bro. Y'all niggas be thinking, oh my god, my favorite girl streamer. Whole time it's a nigga running it up in the background off that bitch, showing them cheeks. That shit dumb as a bitch. Hey man, these girls, bro, they just taking advantage of they taking advantage of Babylon. Honestly, I can't even be mad at them, bro. Like, if you a bitch and you trying to talk to the kid, like, look how many of us is in here right now, right? It's about 7 of us, bro. About 7 of us right now, right? Nigga, this shit ain't going up. Like, this shit can only go up so much. We talking, we got a yap, we got personality, all this shit. If you a bitch, you could just turn around and niggas gonna watch. What the fuck I'm talking for? Like, they just use their body, like, same shit they do in real life. It's just on the internet, it's easier. When they go out to the store, they dress a certain way. When they want attention, they dress a certain ways. When they don't want attention, they dress a certain way. Because a girl that's a streamer, if she didn't want male attention, all she had to do is, you could wear bigger clothes or wear clothes that's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy if you don't want that type of attention. They know what they're doing, like. But at the end of the day, bro, like, this shit is like a cesspool of slop. That's why I was thinking about going to Kick or something like that. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay on YouTube, bro.
Outside. What the fuck, are we taking a nap? What the fuck do niggas be watching, bro? I'm not gonna lie. Straight goon bait. Straight goon bait.
That's literally goon bait, bro. Bro, I'm gonna protect y'all eyes, bro. Y'all don't need to be watching that shit, bro. Weird ass internet bitches, bro. Them bitches is Jezebel's, gang.
In a fucking kiddie pool in their room.
Twitch CEO after he banned. That shit said Twitch CEO after he banned. Twitch CEO after he bans Dion, but doesn't ban OF girls and hot tub streams. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't let them bitches bait y'all, bro.
Streamers are always looking for something people can clip, whether
like
it's
that.
a reaction, whether it's a crazy statement they said, or a sexual joke, or somebody getting embarrassed. It does not matter. Anything that gives the audience a reason to repost it. That's why these streamers be trying so hard to manufacture a clip these days.
What up, Money?
Eventually, you start seeing people treat real interactions like they're
be
just
on here today, man.
raw
We
footage.
chilling
That's when
right
the
now.
content starts becoming
I'm on here today, man. We chilling today.
more important than the
Already went to work.
motherfucker you're actually speaking to. More important than the motherfucker standing right in front of you. And that right there, it's a
that's
very
his name.
dangerous
His name
line to
is
cross. I'm gonna stay my ass on the other side, bro. I think that's all I got for y'all in this video today, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it.
Okay.
Make sure you leave a like, subscribe on this motherfucking video, or I will be coming for you and your family. But no, man, make sure you leave a like, subscribe on this video. We is on the road to 10,000.
Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with looking at beautiful women and stuff like that. Like you say, your eyes are strong enough to control it, but you gotta think of like this. There's no way in any other time in the world we would all be able to just see a grade A model looking woman in your face like this, just at home. Like, this doesn't make sense, like, technically with your brain. Like, if you want to see a beautiful woman like that, you got to be outside. Like, you got to be in the field. Even though we technically in the jungle, we just in the house, or y'all at work or wherever you at. Like, you want to think of beautiful women and see beautiful women when you see them. You don't want the feelings of beautiful women. Like, you don't want the feeling of feeling that energy when there's no woman around. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, they're literally manipulating our neurology in our brain. Like, there's no reason why you should be aroused if there's no women around. I'm not saying you don't naturally get energy, but they have, like, they got a synthetic John going on. But let's get into another video. I'm gonna get some more grapes real quick. Gonna get some more grapes.
There once was a time where the internet was a lot more fun, so to say. It felt like a place for people, not relentless advertising.
Yeah, man. Mystic Right Man. I ain't never seen this dude channel.
There once was a time where the internet was a lot more fun, so to say. It felt like
Babylon
a place for
sex magic
people,
for real.
not relentless advertisements disguised as people. To me, it used to feel a lot
that should
more
be too calm. No cap.
genuine, I guess. Like when I was
Babylon,
young
yep.
and would
No
go
cap.
on YouTube, I would see all types of silly videos that just seemed like the person making them wanted to because it was fun for them.
Right.
There was this wholesomeness to people trying to make the next viral video by doing something crazy or making a funny skit. Or maybe their dog ate a burrito from Taco Bell in 1 second flat. You know, it was simple.
Yo,
it seemed more
That's a W video, bro.
for fun. The early days were simple. But of course, it didn't
Bro, that's a W video.
because
I
it
be
was
fucking
fun
with
for
videos
them.
like that.
There was this wholesomeness to people trying to make the next
Dog ate the shit
viral
out the
video
burrito,
by
nigga.
doing something crazy or making a funny skit. Or maybe their dog ate a burrito from Taco Bell in
The
1 second
eats,
flat.
nigga.
You know, it was simple. It seemed more
Dogs just be
fun.
eating,
The
bro.
early
They don't
days
even
were
be
simple.
chewing that
But
shit,
of
bro.
course, it didn't stay that way. So how did we go from these fun old viral videos to IRL streamers addicted to drugs, clip farming in public? Well, I guess let's look at some history, shall we? As these social media platforms grew in reach, they became a legitimate platform for people to reach extremely wide audiences for a lot of different things, and that opened the gate for amateur entertainers. Viral videos shifted away from these one-off videos like the greatest freakout ever and shifted towards accounts and people who were making consistently entertaining content. As a child, I fondly remember watching Freddie W., who turned into Rocket Jump in his special effects videos. Smosh consistently uploaded very funny skits that have since
become... Y'all remember high school, video game high school? Y'all ever seen that? Y'all too young for that. Well, I ain't gonna say that, nigga. Y'all probably my age in the chat. Bro, y'all remember video game high school, bro? Did y'all play that shit? I mean, did y'all watch that shit? I used to want to play a game like that so bad. Video game high school, man, that shit was fun as fuck. You could just watch them on the back end,
deeply embedded in the internet culture.
I'll be going live whenever.
There was Fred, who pitched his voice up and acted like he had ADHD and was a tweak. Right. My mom really liked him. And there were accounts like Ray William Johnson and Equal3, who just sort of did what Tosh.0 did in a shorter format on YouTube. So at this point, we had the groundworks of our modern internet entertainment ecosystem. Small creators with these at-home studios, so to say, making these homemade fun videos and sort of bringing the high production of TV shows over to the internet in a DIY fashion, effectively allowing for the gate of network television for media creatives to be removed. And it was a great, hope-filled time for...
You said, motherfuckers don't understand that early Roblox, it was simple but worked. Nowadays, all the games are tycoon slop. You can apply that to all media and games. Bro, when they figured out that battle royale shit was like a good farm too, that's when it was a bad. That's when it turned into a bad zone too. Like with video games, like, and I realized even with TV shows, everything we watch now is hella like that's why I rather watch YouTubers. I was watching Speed yesterday, how to pick up the black cube for 10,000. I'm like, it's like a black Mr. Beast. Bro, I was watching MP Mr. Beast, and I was watching Speed, but I was really watching MP for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, bro, I'd rather watch this than a lot of shit, bro. Like of course it's gonna be an ad in there or something like that, but I'm like, this is better than the TV nowadays. Cause what I know back then, you could tell they acting now when you watch TV. Like, it's just slopped out. It's just the quality's better, but it's not entertaining. And then I never played Roblox or Fortnite. I didn't really get into Fortnite and Roblox, but I played Minecraft and everything else and all that other shit. So GTA,
the internet, because the sky seemed like the limit. A few years later, a lot of these influencers ended up breaking into corporate media or making projects that rivaled their quality. Freddie W. would make Video Game High School, the web series that was pretty high quality.
Bro, this was it. High school. Video Game High School,
at that time. Fred had several movies that are genuinely funny, and Smosh also made a movie. I don't think it was good. And, Ray William Johnson made music. Okay, it's weird, but still, you see how a lot of these guys from the first guard of content creators, they found, success in the real world.
Right.
Well, a lot of people noticed that their success extended beyond just a large number of fans. It gained a lot of monetary value as well. Around the same time as these guys rose to fame, you also started to see the early corporate YouTube channels that cashed in too. BuzzFeed made slop, WatchMojo had slop, Machinima was good for a little bit, but eventually turned into slop. But these channels were just as popular as many of the aforementioned creators, raking in millions of views and good money at the time. What set YouTube apart from other social media at that point in time was that it paid its creators. Way back in 2007, YouTube started having ads on their platform, not like the ones we...
Whoa. You niggas that wasn't doing YouTube back then, y'all tripping. I would have been doing that shit. Because it was I feel like it was easier back then. My era, I feel like it was the hardest in my era. I grew up in the DDG era. Every time you watch somebody, it's edits and fast cuts and they got people in the video and it's props. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. That shit too much. Every video looks like a fucking video game. But now, that's why I used to like DDG. Cause I'm like, bro, he making that shit easy. I started watching YouTube and like when I had a page and I'm subscribing to people and I remember, I've been on YouTube since a kid, but what I remember, Van Oz Gaming, that around that time, 2012, 2011, that's when I started watching YouTube, 2013. Swoozy and Fousey and all of them.
We have today with 30-second unskippable
ads,
only
3 minutes
but these little banners and ads on the corner of the screen would pop up. And the good people at YouTube allowed their popular creators to monetize their platforms with the YPP program, or YouTube Partner Program.
Whoa.
This essentially made it so that these smaller DIY-based channels could realistically fund themselves from their content alone. And this was a really big deal in the grand scheme of things. Let's look at Tumblr, for example.
Never caught
At the same time, I'm talking late 2000s, early 2010s, Tumblr was also a wildly popular alternative social media platform. It was an easy-to-operate blog platform where people could talk about whatever, and lots of people really liked it, particularly teenagers. Some Tumblr accounts were just people posting about what they liked, and they gained tens of thousands of followers and gave these bloggers a platform to express their opinions that may have heavily influenced their followers in a variety of ways. But Tumblr didn't pay their creators, so it wouldn't necessarily be a prominent source of income like YouTube. Anyways, the YouTube Partner Program was proving to be very profitable. Aforementioned Ray William Johnson of Equal3 would be the first creator on YouTube to make $1 million in 2011, which was a huge deal. This dude talking about viral videos of lackluster commentary had made $1 million from it. And all of a sudden, a lot of people had little money signs for eyes when looking at the platform and social media as a whole. By the 2010s, it was clear to everyone that these social media platforms were becoming very powerful when it came to outreach. Billions of people across the world logged onto these websites and consumed content from these creators, and a lot of younger generations didn't necessarily watch TV as much as their parents. Instead, they watched YouTube videos, which also meant that they weren't sitting through commercial breaks. Don't get it twisted, YouTube at this point had skippable ads, but they were skippable and generally ineffective compared to TV advertising. So marketing execs had to get creative, which meant they also kind of had to get evil. Let's take a minute to look at some ads, shall we?
Damn,
what do these have in common?
Hitting back then.
Well, products, yes, aren't you so smart, but also celebrity endorsements.
Right.
You see, companies for an extremely long time have used the likeness and image of contemporary celebrities to help bolster their product sales.
I'm selling you Sprite. Like, nigga, you're a fucking clone. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga gotta do commercials for Sprite. I don't want to be that big, bro. That's too big. Yeah. Buy Sprite. Coca-Cola. Nigga is with the major brands. Nigga, you can't say nothing, nigga, after that. God damn.
There's this really interesting phenomenon that marketing geniuses caught on to decades ago, that consumers mistakenly view celebrities as relatable, trustworthy, and reliable, when in reality they generally are not. They are people who are also trying to make money. But putting a celebrity in an advertisement with a product would help sales by association. Here's one from a long time ago. It's Orson Welles drinking wine. A lot of people looked at it and went, wow, Orson Welles is so cool and artistic and he probably has great taste. I guess I'll buy the wine that he drinks. You see what I'm saying? Side note, this video of him plastered trying to do the ad is so great.
Ah, the French champagne has always been silly.
Oh my god, it never gets old. Anyways, this is a practice that has been extremely effective for decades at this point, and is still something that is seen all over the place today. But it relied upon the presumption that the ad was unskippable, and since these mostly are broadcasted on television, you can't really skip them with the touch of a button.
Back then.
Companies could still broadcast these on YouTube, like with LeBron selling Sprite Cranberry, but it didn't matter if I don't watch it. So how do we get around this? Well, the answer required some redefining and reframing of concepts. Let's look at another very simple but important series of questions. What is a celebrity? Well, it's someone who is famous or someone who is well known. Does it matter why? No! All that.
But that nigga Berleezy, bro, used to have niggas. I used to be crying, laughing. You know what's crazy? I don't even remember a lot of Berleezy videos. But if I swear, if I go to his page and start watching shit, my memory will kick back in. Like, it'd be a lot of stuff. You gotta understand this, y'all. You know how much media we've been consuming just these past since the pandemic, bro. Think about how much media we've consumed just since 2020, and we've been on our phones on social media since 2012. They be trying to erase timelines and stuff. I be trying to sometimes I tap in with that stuff. That's why I be like, these type of videos is cool, bro, because it lets you know how far stuff really has come. Because it's just important to be in the present moment and consistently in the now and what's going on. But when you reflect, it's like they give you a different perspective about what's happening now.
Matters is that people know them. What is the core reason companies employed celebrities to sell products? Because their fame could influence people to potentially buy their product. Do you know who else is famous and has a lot of influence over specific audiences? Internet personalities. There was this kind of interesting phenomenon occurring in pop culture during the early 2010s where this old guard of entertainment and celebridom, like movie stars, musicians, and athletes and the companies that manage them, sort of refused to acknowledge the new generation of internet stars as legitimate celebrities. And to a degree, it's still kind of like that today, but those walls have slowly been torn down in the past few years. I don't know what it was, but there was this refusal to view them as equals when it came to social influence.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta start watching Mr. Beast videos, bro. That nigga, Mr. Beast. Today, guys, I'm gonna lock 10 people in a grocery store and set it on fire. And it's sponsored by Zaxby's. You be like, what the fuck? Nigga being a bro, this nigga had a video where the people were surviving in the middle of the jungle. And he was like, to see if they could survive, since they survived so long, I surprised them with something. I brought them Zaxby's on a boat, bro. I'm like, whoa. Then this nigga did some shit. He was like, we're in a hidden underground city. But they don't know it's sponsored by Zaxby's. And had an underground tunnel with Zaxby's. I'm like, nah, this shit, he's insane with his ads. You can't skip him. Like, Mr. Beast got to be stopped.
Despite many of these people being household names already,
like
PewDiePie.
How do you get business?
Maybe it was an ego thing, but despite the divide, it didn't stop marketing teams from noticing that the scope of who could be a celebrity had widened overnight. But instead of calling them celebrities, these internet personalities were branded as influencers.
Yeah, they are aggressive.
Now, influencers could fill the niche that a celebrity endorsement did for TV advertisements with even more effectiveness, potentially. A 2001 study from Rutgers University saw that individuals were using internet forums as an influential source of consumer information. The study proposed that consumers preferred internet forums and social media when making purchasing decisions over conventional advertising and print sources. I think the marketing team saw the study, looked at their potential new influencers, and saw this could be a really effective tactic for them. Remember that at this point, most famous people on the internet had developed their fame organically through their content, unless you're someone like the Jenners who are famous via nepotism and exist solely to market products.
Nepo babies.
But I feel like most people can understand that. So these grassroots communities equal high trust in the creator, which means if they endorsed a product, it could potentially be very beneficial. And what was great was that it didn't even have to just be YouTube. It could be anyone on any platform with a major following. And with that, a new era of marketing was created. Sorta. Okay, I guess I'll pause here and address a few things, okay? This idea of online personalities being paid to promote products goes back far, but it was nowhere as prominent in the early stages of the internet and social platforms. Like, if you Google who the first social media influencer was, this woman named Julia Allison pops up as the answer a lot. And by all definitions, she was an influencer way back in the day. I mean, like early 2000s. But the label has been retroactively slapped on her, and the terminology wasn't really popularized until the mid-2010s. Anyways, creators started partnering with companies left and right to promote their products and their videos. All of a sudden, the ad was integrated into the content, and it was a bit more confusing. Obviously, they were being paid, but this was a completely new form of advertisement for the medium. On other platforms like Instagram, people were being paid to endorse products through their posts, and it's here where there was this very notable...
apps now. Like, I got a brand deal with an app where I promote this one app. Like, stuff like that is cool because it align with your brand. And companies now, they're knowing to hit people up that align with their brand. Like, McDonald's know not to hit me. But an app talking about exposing bad food? Oh, yeah, we own that.
Shift in social media. Before this occurred, it all felt genuine, and I mean it still was. These influencers were making content they were passionate about first, and being paid to promote a product second. But now the ads had crept in. What made the early internet feel a lot more people-oriented was this lack of omnipresent advertisements in the content that people consumed. It almost was an escape from the corporate media landscape, but with this advent and rise of influencer marketing, the ads had invaded this organic space. But it wasn't anything too bad at first. Like, yeah, ad reads are annoying and the ads before the video are annoying, but I can skip them. And you know what? If it helps my favorite creator pursue their passion as a career, so be it. I don't mind. And that's kind of how the beginning of the influencer era was. But the relationship between these influencers and companies would slowly start to shift. In the late 2010s and early 2020s, it became apparent that the level of fame that was possible on the internet had become very extreme and much more influential than really anyone could have forecasted. A lot of YouTubers and social media-based creators had started to rival the old guard of entertainment and celebrity in the sheer scale of their fame, and it was becoming pretty apparent that the future of media lied in the hands of online content creation. YouTubers, social media influencers, and, oh, this is important, streamers. In the mid-2010s, streaming on Twitch became a thing, and that has continued to stay relevant. You know, I'm not going to explain them because I'm assuming you know exactly what a streamer is, but the medium had also proven its ability to gain massive following, and that will be important later on. There became more and more advertisements, more brand deals, more product placements. Influencer marketing really wasn't a joke. It was incredibly effective for brands as well. And its importance would be only amplified by the pandemic lockdowns. For a good chunk of time there, most of the world was forced to stay at home due to the pandemics. So naturally, time spent online skyrocketed. And it's here where another very important shift.
I don't think none of them VPNs work for real. I mean, they work to a certain extent, but it's a bypass on everything. Yeah, now you gotta, I be on SoundCloud sometimes, they do two ads every 2-3 songs, bro. SoundCloud don't let you get off at all. Then that little airplane mode shit, that shit barely work. Get out, like, bro, I paid $20 today for my YouTube Premium. $20. So the reason why y'all not getting hit with ads is because I paid $20 today. For y'all, bro. I don't make no money off this page.
In our culture occurred. Because so many people were pushed to spend extended periods of time on the internet, the popularity of digital creators started to surpass that of traditional media institutions. Now, this was a shift that had slowly been building for several years, but the lockdowns kind of cemented it. It had become very common for the most talked about and influential celebrities to come from a digital background versus traditional celebrity backgrounds. I mean, people like KSI and the Paul brothers and Mr. Beast, all these people were arguably some of the most, and are still some of the most famous people on the face of the planet, and they come from a digital background. Okay, yes, the Paul brothers were Disney kids, but it's not why they're famous. No, it's not. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, this level of fame and influence came with a new degree of power. Obviously, these people, these powerful influencers were advertising super weapons, particularly to children, which is a highly sought after demographic when it comes to advertisement visibility. And I'm sure that the price tags these guys demanded was probably the entire marketing budget for some companies. And these mega influencers were well aware of this. They had blurred the lines between online celebrity and full-on celebrity that had sort of divided the industry for the last decade. The actual brand of the Paul brothers or KSI or Mr. Beast or any giant mega YouTube star was wildly strong and profitable on their own, even without external advertisements paying them for ad reads. I'm sure they still do it on their podcasts or whatever, but these guys don't need money to make a living like smaller creators do. Because now the influencer was a brand. To me personally, the launch of the drink Prime was the start of what the current influencer landscape has devolved into today.
And then they got Tone,
my older brother referred to this archetype of mega influencer in the modern era as the post-influencer. And to me, our content media landscape is the post-influencer internet. So, what do I mean by this? Well, let's remember where influencers had
basically
come from.
Influencers, they blow up off the internet and then they try to graduate to a different industry. Bro, I'ma always do content, bro. I ain't gonna never be too big to sit down at my desktop just when I'm in the trap, when I'm on the come up, and when my house look crazy, and then you can see the whole backdrop in the background, and that shit drop back. You feel me? Like not when the wall right here, You feel me? Nah, I want that. It's gonna be doing this when I'm here now, and when my shit got the drop back, nigga, still streaming.
Originally,
content.
They were an advertising mechanism for companies to sell products through a new age rendition of celebrity endorsement. Prominent influencers had been able to make tons of money from being an advertising tool, but it was a symbiotic relationship. As much as the companies relied on the influencers to market their product, the influencers relied on the companies to pay their bills. But the way that the products were presented was also very straightforward. You know, this video sponsored by blank was a pretty clear advertisement. And obviously, these still exist today. But what happens when an influencer becomes so powerful that they don't need these sponsorships anymore? Well, they become the post-influencer. KSI and Logan Paul realized, or maybe their management team realized, that they were some of the most famous people on the entire planet, not just online, like just in general. They had massive platforms reaching tens of millions of people a day, and their names generated instant engagement for almost anything that they were associated with. So they took that fame and they created their own brand. For the first time, these mega influencers were using their super mega influencing powers to sell their own products. You see what I mean by they were post-influencers? It was basically a new level of internet celebrity. It was their own celebrity brand. Think like how the Kardashians made Skims or Kanye made Yeezy. The level of fame these people had brought attention to the company just by them existing. But the thing about these products is that their popularity is heavily tied to the creator's social currency as well. Prime nowadays isn't doing so well, maybe because Logan Paul and KSI, though both undoubtedly wildly famous, are not at the helm of popular culture like they were when it was released.
A certain time.
Now, if we look at another major post-influencer, we will see the inverse of this. Mr. Beast launched his Shitty Chocolate in 2022 around the same time as Prime, and since then he has released a whole bunch of other shitty Mr. Beast products, both with toys, junk food, and bad cheeseburgers. And since Mr. Beast has continued to only grow in extreme relevance, his brands have also seen a similar level of monetary success since his name and brand association carries a massive amount of social currency. Side note, they collabed with their knockoff Lunchables that ended up being a disaster, which was hilarious because despite how famous all of them are together, it doesn't matter when you launch a shitty product and have a complete lack of understanding into the market that you're aiming to compete in. But anyways, you know, these guys to me are kind of the pioneers of the post-influencer era in that regard. They essentially saw that Kylie Jenner was a person who is famous and exists to advertise. And they...
See what else he talking on his video. It's a decent video. Let's see. What else, man? What else? We're going to react to something else, man. Adrian Broner, The Dark Side. I ain't gonna lie, AB videos been going up. The government war on... Y'all got some videos to react to? Y'all want to react to? I already did an AB video this AM.
His personality is going to turn some people off. Other
I just did an AB vid. Let's see. Lidney Clancy, never heard of her. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. What y'all on, man? Shit, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shitty Chocolate. You can go back. Y'all want to finish it? I feel like he was starting to yap.
Launch a shitty product and have a complete lack of understanding into the market that you're aiming to compete in.
I feel like
very simple.
I feel like we got the point with this video. What sports gambling really wants from you? Your soul.
In 2024, Philly superstar Bryce Harper got a cameo request.
I don't gamble no more, so this is a problem for the masses that y'all gotta deal with. But I've broken these chains of getting my small coins usurped by big corporations while they get glitchy. I'm done.
Pretty normal. Record a Thanksgiving message for a
I don't be hitting either. So
hey Terry, what's up, brother? Hey man, your host Brittany from FanDuel wanted to make sure your Thanksgiving was extra special.
Except Terry wasn't just a fan. He was a FanDuel VIP who later claimed in a lawsuit that he gambled $18.5 million and lost roughly $2 million. The Cameo was sent to him as a reward. Sportsbook VIP programs give their biggest gamblers dedicated hosts, free trips, tickets, and exclusive athlete access to keep them betting. Harper said he had no idea. But this story made me wonder, what actually happens behind the Harper said
I did not know FanDuel would do this. I did not consent to it, and FanDuel had no right to do it. Had I known FanDuel was true intent, I would have not made the video. The same is true. I know anything about Terry.
$0.5 million and lost roughly $2 million. The Cameo was sent to him as a reward. Sportsbook VIP programs give their biggest gamblers dedicated hosts, free trips, tickets, and exclusive athlete access to keep them betting. Harper said he had no idea. But this story made me wonder. In 2024, Philly superstar Bryce Harper got a cameo request. It seemed pretty normal. Record a Thanksgiving message for a fan named Terry.
Hey Terry, what's up, brother? Hey man, your host Brittany from FanDuel wanted to make sure your Thanksgiving was extra special.
Except Terry wasn't just a fan. He was a FanDuel VIP who later claimed in a lawsuit that he gambled.
That nigga did not know that FanDuel was... Bro, how did you not know they wasn't gonna put the FanDuel tag right there? Like, come on, bro. Y'all acting like, bro, KD, they be having FanDuel on the jersey. KD doing commercials, bro. Like, let's keep it a bean, bro. This nigga's playing dumb.
It's behind the scenes at a sports book. So I talked to former senior FanDuel executives and employees to figure out and try to understand how all of this actually works behind the scenes. And what I found out was a lot more complicated.
I seen that XXX video. I seen that, but I didn't watch it. Bro, I seen that video, but I'm like, man, I didn't know if it was boring or not. Sometimes you'll see a video like that and it got a good ass title, but it don't be that deep. So that shit hidden. I swear I seen this video. I'm like, hold on. Is it this one? Nah, it's another one. This one, right? This the one I seen. Which one is it? Is it Accomplished one or is it Oh, it's the same YouTuber. Whoa. All right. Hold on. This the one? Nigga done turned this shit to spooky time. Spooky time. Is this the right one? Alright, bet. Fuck it. We're gonna just do this one. Is it a commentary on it? Yeah, this music is too loud.
Warning, this is going to be the most shizo breakdown on the internet.
Need to make a SoundCloud.
It's so breakdown.
But yeah, also study the Golden Beetle. With that being said, goodbye.
The audio you just listened to comes from A Helping Hand, not a song. And that's basically the thing that started the whole Golden Beetle iceberg. If you're not familiar with the topic, don't worry. I'm going to introduce you to the topic. I'm going to inform you about everything that was known before I started my research and everything that we were able to discover.
He got the music so loud I had to turn it down.
Because most people don't even ask, they assume, is it metaphorical? You know what? You're the first one to hit it on the dot. Thank you. That right there.
I remember that. He got the fat Baphomet in the house.
That's me.
Whoa.
I am the fucking Baphomet.
And he started managing them, and that's when they started. He was 17 years old. They were both 17, 18 years old. I think a little younger. Hanging out at Bruno's house with a whole bunch of porn stars, drugs, bitches, parties, and these kids are living the life with, like, you know how insane that is? Because I was living the house.
Okay.
That's why those raps are
living the death. That don't sound like a lot of life to me.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
why
this shit. I
X and
remember all
them
this
were like
shit. I've seen
insane
this.
fucking kids, like fucking doing screamo and like doing all this crazy shit.
That's why their
like they were
music was
living a
like that.
fucking rock star
That
life.
makes
And
sense.
That's
Bruno
crazy.
is like
Weirdo.
there's videos
Bruno.
of Bruno taking X to Disney.
Damn.
Like you know he like people said like Bruno was kind of wanted him to be like his little his
Little
like
minion.
enemy or like that's like they're twins or like you know they acted almost like and X admired that. It was so weird, and that's when all those allegations came out. Like he beat up this girl, and that was at Bruno's house. It's
For
crazy.
real?
All that
Damn.
shit went on. Like it's crazy.
So that was like the center of all the.
No one knows that it was Bruno.
Really?
And now none of X's mom, his friends, none of those people fuck with Bruno because he really got this kid into like a bad like lifestyle.
So is he doing something else or just different artists?
Bruno?
Yeah.
Bruno's still doing the same thing he was doing.
Just different
Pimping
artists.
hoes, pimping, selling drugs, doing all that shit, you know?
Damn.
Miami Ratchet.
That's my new rap name. My new rap name is gonna be Bruno.
Bruno!
Like Freeway, like Freeway Ricky, Rick Ross. Rick Ross is like, I'm gonna be a Rick Ross.
Yeah, this is when X was like 17. He had like short hair. He didn't even have like the two like blonde and he was kid. Yeah. He was recording in his house. Yo, if I tell you some real shit right now, like I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. Like these kids, like what I've heard, what they did at Bruno's house. Bruno never did that in the house when I was there. He just like beat girls up and like put them in cages and like.
Yeah, regular like mob boss shit.
Yeah, like you know, crazy. And then what I heard later on was, I guess after he started living with these kids, they started doing like brujeria. Like they started doing that shit, and like these are fat.
That's for sure some type of that's for sure something tied with like oil. Damn, how she say it? Yeah. Witchcraft. A form of ancient traditions that you shouldn't be practicing because that ain't your bloodline, that ain't your mysteries. That if my grandma ain't teaching me no spells, I don't want no random spells from no random users. The only type of occult information or type of only type of ritual I ever take from anybody is it gotta be my grandma or something, bro. It gotta be something that's passed down in my family that we know about. It ain't from no, oh yeah, I learned about this. You want to come link up and do this ritual and we're gonna get rich and famous? Shut your dumb ass up, man.
Facts like Wi-Fi, funerals, all these guys would say that. Even Juice WRLD would say that shit. He was so like, stupid. Yeah, like Bruno was doing like they were doing some weird shit. Even X. Yeah, they were like
Florida has that, Louisiana has that shit.
Bro, crazy. I didn't know because when I was living there, like they wasn't doing that. And then I heard that, I was like, man, that nigga's crazy.
It's that Everglades shit, like crazy witch doctor.
Yeah, they were getting supposedly they got some of the girls and did like some weird shit, like
like they can
sacrifice, throwing blood just on them.
They dope them up somehow, so like they pass out and they're like knocked out. And then, like, do crazy shit. Maybe sacrifice, I don't know. But
well, that's what I heard, and the girls started tripping out. Like, the girls were, like, some weird shit. I believe in that stuff. I live in Miami. I'm not gonna lie, like, I looked into that. I was like, ooh.
Sacrifice his girl's soul when he fucks them on top of his bed. Because he has, like, the gates of hell pentagon drawn underneath his bed. And he sacrificed his girl's soul on top of the bed when he fucks them.
He doesn't do anything. He's being used. I'll say that motherfucker is being used as a vessel. He's not doing nothing because your soul ain't for sale. You feel me? But you do release your essence, bro. I can only imagine. Not to get too graphic, but the moment y'all orgasm, especially if they doing it together, all that energy, and he aware of this shit. But here's my thing, right? If what he doing is evil and demonic, where his karma at? What that lady said, he's still doing the same shit. So on Earth, you just allowed to do, and then you pay for it later, right? But it's like, why y'all even put this type of temptation and energy on the planet? Why we even, like, everything? I got a lot of questions, man. And no, I'm not lost. It's just, I got an open perspective. I don't never got a one-end answer when it comes to, like, good and evil or why we here. Or, because she trying to, like, sacrifice your soul. But you wanted to get fucked. So it's like, oh, all this sacrifice soul, yeah, but you was getting fucked. Let's not skip past that. You went in the house. You probably went back a couple more times. Now after all the X shit happened, all this happened. Oh no, I didn't know. Oh, your soul. You all see what I'm saying?
So, let everybody, let the world know that, because that is some real demonic shit, and that's not cool. That revolves around XXX.
Sex magic.
So now we're going to break down everything that was basically known before I started my research. It's been 3 years since I started researching one of the biggest mysteries surrounding XXXTentacion and the Golden Beetle. X only mentioned it a handful of times, yet those few comments have led to years of theories, research, and debate. Today I'm going to break down everything we actually know, the 3 most popular interpretations, and why one of them stands out more than the others. Let's get into it. Remember, these are the theories that were most popular in the Archive Gekium subreddit before I started my research. Before jumping into theories, let's look at the fact. At the very end of A Helping Hand, Not a Song, X tells listeners to study the Golden Beetle. The simple statement sparked years of speculation.
No captions.
Later, someone asked him about it on Tumblr. Instead of explaining what it was, X responded, I can't give you the answer behind it because of how powerful the information is.
Too loud?
If the information is for you, it will literally come to you. But if and when it does, be careful what.
Be careful with them books. They got demons attached to them. And that's the thing, right? Right. Like, I got a Bible, right? It's the King James Bible. I'm just reading it to study it. I haven't really read it that much, though. So it's like, my brain is programmed a little different. I can't be indoctrinated by a book because I haven't been attached. My childhood isn't attached to them. My inner child isn't attached to them. A lot of ways they indoctrinate you is like, oh yeah, that word, that book, that word, that Bible. But it really got the power because your grandma, your whole family, the church, and everything you grew up in, or your society. But it's no disrespect. I'm not even saying like I'm disrespecting the book and shit. Like, everything is just books. Like, I'm gonna get the Quran, I'm gonna get everything. But like, when you learning things, you could get so attached to them that it become your identity. Like, when I look at videos from me 3 years ago, oh yeah, 9 ether. I'm like, bro, oh my God, like, relax, bro. You just talking, like, no offense, but I'm just saying, like, I shouldn't have just been jumping out
someone
my body
claimed they've found the Golden Beetle
really
and
knowing
X
what I'm
replied,
saying, bro.
good, be careful with the books, they've got demons attached to them.
I'm not
Those
a
are the
Christian,
only
though.
direct comments X ever made about it. What we also know is that X had a deep interest in spirituality and spent time studying subjects like alchemy, esoteric philosophy, occult tradition, and other spiritual teachings.
That bad?
That context is important because every major theory connects back to those interests. Theory 1, at the time, The Winged Beetle by Aleister Crowley. The first theory points to The Winged Beetle, a book by Aleister Crowley. Why do people think this? Well, Crowley was one of the history's most well-known occultists, and X was clearly interested
Bro,
in
every
occult.
time I try to read the King James, every time I try to read that shit, I just don't read it. Just close that shit. It's like I can't get into it. They was talking about the firmament in the first page, and I'm like, bro, and they didn't remove hella books out of here. Yeah, I gotta check that Gnostic Bible out, but she sacrificed the box.
Philosophy and spiritual knowledge. The title is also very similar to Golden Beetle. That said, the evidence doesn't go much further than that. Aside from the similar names and the Crowley's connection to occult studies, there is no direct link connecting this book to X. It's definitely possible, but more research would be needed to support it.
All he did was pervert
Theory 2,
ancient science, bro.
Rudolf Steiner and the Golden Beetle books. The second theory comes from X's warning. Be careful with the books. When you research the Golden Beetle books, one of the first results is the Golden Beetle books. A publisher focused almost entirely on the writings of Rudolf Steiner. Steiner was a philosopher and esoteric thinker who wrote extensively about spirituality, reincarnation, higher consciousness, chakras, and the unseen worlds, all subjects X was known to study. However, there is a major weakness with this theory. Outside of the publisher's name, there is no clear evidence connecting Steiner to the Golden Beetle. Even people involved in the Waldorf education which Steiner founded generally don't recognize any direct connection. So while it is an interesting possibility, the evidence is fairly limited. Theory 3.
You said I believe space is real. I feel like we already exist in this space. Like spaces, we in the space. We create space. Like think about it, how everything has dual meanings. They'll say like, oh, we're in the space. We've created a space. We're in the space. But then they say, oh no, space is up there in the sky. Bro, you got to think about it. NASA, where is NASA's production station at? It's in Hollywood. Shit, and even if it wasn't in Hollywood, nigga, it's a production station. They be shooting movies, so it's like, I do believe different realms of dimension exist, and that moon is new. We can't be like, all this planetary stuff isn't fake, but it's not described correctly. Not for the indigenous ancient odds, because you got to think about the Dogon tribe and the pyramids and how it's aligned. I don't know everything, so don't think I'm on here, oh, I know everything. I'm just giving y'all, like, I'm just trying to. But when you think about the star system and the grid, like when you look at the grid, you look at the Google Earth, or you look at the map, the grid is ley lines laid all everywhere. There's lines laid everywhere on the grid. Outside of the cities, it's just grids, how this shit all aligns. So, I mean, there's something going on, but everything they tell us about space is cap. That shit ain't got that shit. Star Wars, that shit gotta be something. Star Wars gotta be real.
Golden Scarab.
I believe in that
now,
shit.
This is the theory
I know
that was strongest at the time. To understand why, we first have to talk about alchemy. Most people think of alchemy as trying to turn lead into gold. But spiritually, alchemy is really about transformation, changing yourself on a psychological and spiritual level. X was openly interested in alchemy and even owned books on the subject.
I never peeped that shit on his hand.
Go ahead.
These are some of his books, just so you have an idea of where his mind was, and the things that he found interesting.
So he was definitely into the occult, numerology, and astrology.
Everything. And there's more here. Magic of reading and
that boy X is trying to activate his DNA. That boy trying to activate that DNA.
Very nice. And this is the car he likes?
No, that's the model of one that I got. When you buy them, they give you the model. Astrology.
And where's the book that he gave you?
The 8, I'm looking for it.
And the reason that's important is because she's an 8 life path in numerology. Your son knew that. That's why he gave you that book.
Yeah. Where is it?
I remember when he was linking where this around time like with Money Man too.
Yep.
The cosmos, like he was.
So again, this is no doubt that one of the greatest young minds in music history was influenced by numerology and astrology himself and the occult, correct?
Correct.
This is his mother telling you this.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Well, a user going by the name HevCTRL, you're probably
X
familiar.
definitely understood the frequency, because when he was dropping that, all you niggas fucking hoes, 10 toes never fold, fucked up. That shit make you fucked up. Then when he dropped that Spotlight, Moonlight, like that shit, the whole song feel good. Like that Moonlight song feel good, or what's another song? Or like when you hear that, okay, she keep calling every single night, make you like sad, like, oh, it's sad. Like he understood frequencies on them songs for real. So when he was talking about them hertz, that nigga knew exactly what he was talking about. That nigga wasn't just slapping his beats in a 432 hertz converter. That's why I used to do that with my music. I'm like, oh, 432 hertz high frequency, and I was putting it in a converter, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting it in a converter, thinking it could sound different, but how do I know these hertz are actually aligned? Oh, I'm gonna check it on an app, and I'm not studying that shit. Like sometimes I focus on my finance bag, bro. Like I don't be too much in my spiritual bag, because everything's spiritual. We gotta come back to this shit. So Y'all see, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
With him, he's the founder of the subreddit.
Y'all definitely gotta read more,
Achieve
but I don't be giving a
Gekyung.
fuck. I'll read when
Well,
I
he
want
was
to.
reading The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy, a book.
You get this information for yourself. So if you feel like you need transformations, this when you go for the books. But sometimes it's good to just experience life. You don't have to always be stuck in these books, because it's a rabbit hole, bro. And then you're gonna still be here when you come out of that book. You still here, bro. X read all them books and still like died on some Matrix shit, on some bullshit. So it's like just pay attention with how much energy you want to put into this, because everything in life is spiritual. That's why you got to watch shit like Avatar: Last Airbender. Like, you got to watch these simple shows sometimes. I ain't been watching a lot of anime recently, but actually in a couple months, but you got to watch certain things to know like the simplicity of life is beautiful too. So yeah.
That X reportedly had. He came across something interesting. It mentioned the scarab, which is a species of beetle closely associated with ancient Egypt.
And I'm learning,
that led to the search for the golden scarab and alchemy. The first result brought him to Carl Jung. Carl Jung tells a famous story involving a golden scarab beetle while explaining his theory of synchronicity. Synchronicity is Jung's idea that certain events are meaningful coincidences, events with no obvious causes but which seem deeply connected. Jung wasn't just a psychologist. He also made major contributions to modern interpretations of alchemy, symbolism, and the unconscious mind. Out of every theory, this one has the strongest connections, or had them at the time. X studied alchemy. Jung wrote about alchemy. Jung tells a famous story involving a golden beetle. The ideas of symbolism, transformation, and synchronicity fit closely with subjects X was already exploring. The only criticism is that X specifically referred to the books instead of a single book. Jung's Golden Scarab story appears with his writings on the synchronicity rather than existing as a standalone series of books. Maybe X was referring to Jung's body of work as a whole, or even maybe he simply misspoke. There is no way of being certain. So, before we get into my theory and the potential answer on what the golden beetle actually is, let's conclude on the three theories presented. The honest answer is nobody knows. X never revealed what he meant, and unfortunately there is no way of asking him now. Out of the three theories, I think the strongest one is the Carl Jung's Golden Scarab and the concept of synchronicity, mainly because it directly connects to X's known interests like alchemy and spiritual transformation. But there is still just an interpretation, not a confirmed answer. Ultimately, the golden beetle remains one of the biggest mystery in XXXTentacion's community. I'd love to hear what you guys think.
A lot of these properties that the golden beetle, like when you break it all down, like a synchronicity, alignment, like bro, a lot of these things are, you look at the universal laws, you look at the 42 laws of Maya, like you look at these things on a simple level and look and read all these books and go through all these experiences and realize they explaining something simple. Like all these books are just to give you a different perspective. So that's why I don't even mind watching videos, because all a book is supposed to do is give you a different perspective. I'm not reading books to memorize, to go prove to somebody that I know everything. Like, because you don't know everything. Just because I don't care if you read 1,000 books and you went to every Smithsonian, got all the archives, you still don't know nothing, nigga. They burnt and buried libraries, bro. They reset the land. So learn this information for you. That's why I never told nobody I'm a teacher, none of that. Like, I'm a student, master student of the game. I'm gonna always be studying.
Before we get into this, which theory makes the most sense to you out of the three? Or do you think it's something completely different? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions on books or books recommendations, make sure to comment down below and I'll provide you with the answers. There is also a fourth theory that exists and that I won't be going into today. It basically talks about the golden beetle as the symbol for ancient gay Egyptian mysticism.
Yo, I heard
which
about
is
that.
Partially true.
I heard about that in Egypt. They was doing anal shit. All like, if you wanted to ascend as a masculine, if you a man, you wanted to ascend, you had to go complete in your feminine. And if you was a woman, you have to ascend more in your masculine or some shit like that. But either way, them shits did fall. So niggas want to be saying like, oh, I remember niggas be, oh, we was the Egyptians. No, I wasn't no Egyptian, bro. I wasn't no Egyptian, nigga.
It makes sense because if you study the whole mythology, the Egyptian mythology, it's basically all about grooming rituals for the pharaoh, mind control, and stuff like that. Professor Jiang explained it perfectly on his YouTube channel. The channel has been, unfortunately, removed, but you might find some archives that explain it online. I personally think there is nothing to that theory, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that. I actually might make a separate video just on that topic and maybe try and explain that today, and where we see those same practices implemented in modern days, like the whole Diddy situation and the Hollywood gatekeeping practices they still practice to this day. Alright, so now finally let's dive into my theory that leads to the deepest ends of the iceberg that I was researching for our year with another Reddit user by the name of Excellence Fee. What if one tiny symbol, a golden beetle, was the key to a mystery stretching from ancient Egypt to Renaissance occultism to forgotten Arabic manuscripts and possibly even Masonic archives? For months, nobody has been able to explain what the golden beetle actually means. But after digging through obscure texts, reverse image searches, and centuries-old books, I think we finally found the strongest lead yet. This rabbit hole gets weird. We've gotten tired of seeing people throw around random theories about the golden beetle without any real
evidence. In the corner, bro.
So we decided to start from the scratch and follow every clue we could find. Some of what you're about to hear is documented historical evidence material. Some of it is just speculation based on connections between sources. I'll make the discretion clear throughout the video. Let's start with where this investigation began. The first clue comes from Teflon Sean's 187 Instagram. The golden beetle appears prominently, but something else caught our attention. Amongst the accounts being followed is an account going by a name Grimoire Magic, a rare occult book dealer. As far as we know, this is the only outwardly occult page in the following list. Recently, the account posted a reel featuring an unusual scarab deity. That image immediately stood out, so we reversed search the image. That search led us to several obscure historical texts. Ancient Alphabets. One of those books was Ancient Alphabets and the Hieroglyphic Characters Explained. Inside we found one of the most interesting passages in the entire investigation. The text describes the scarab figure as representing what it calls the most sublime secret called the original Bahumet and Karuf, the secret of nature of the world, the secret of secrets, the beginning of return of everything. Then comes, so we reversed.
But that nigga got an afro, bro. Bro, a picture like this be funny as shit to me, bro. 33-degree type shit. They got, well, so Aboriginal Americans, nasty people. I was just checking the chat out. Man, these pics be funny as shit to me, bro. What the fuck are you depicting? Was it, or do you embody the beetle, or is this some type of symbology, or was there really a being running around half beetle with his head?
Search the image. That search led us to several obscure historical texts. Ancient Alphabets. One of those books was Ancient Alphabets and the Hieroglyphic.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That video was alright. I really don't care to hear his whole theory. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really care to hear his whole theory. Right?
Inside we found one of the most interesting passages in the entire investigation. The text describes the scarab figure as representing what it calls the most sublime secret called the original Bahumet and Karuf, the secret of nature of the world, the secret of secrets, the beginning of return of everything. Then comes the really interesting part. The author says the explanation is too extensive for the book and refers readers to another work called The Sun of Suns and the Moon of Moons, a book that appears to be lost, or at least incredibly difficult to find. The Lost Book. Naturally, we wanted to know whether the mysterious book actually exists. While searching,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even racist, bro, but sometimes I be needing somebody melanated to talk about this shit, because the way he speak on this shit, like, it's just information, but the way he's so monotone and robotic, that and the sounds he using, the second beat was cool, but it shit almost sound low vibrational, even though it's just music. I mean, it's just information. It'd be like, bro, like the golden beetle scab rip and the fifth element of the dynasty studied the occult practices of alchemy, sacred geometry. Like, shut the fuck up. That shit is boring as fuck. Yeah, you ain't got no swag with that. You ain't got no energy with that shit, bro. Next. It's another video. Well, son, give me something else to react to.
Wow, I'd really like to make YouTube a worse place. And I don't want to be creative, but I want to pretend I am. Well, don't worry. This is the video just for you. Because unfortunately, I was on Reddit. Yes, I know. Kill me now. It's a terrible place.
Even if you want to talk about that shit, like, make that shit interesting, bro. You know, no dopamine. The internet's unk problem. I think I was gonna react to this already. This shit is kind of crazy.
There's been a serious problem arising on the internet, and it's known as the unk problem. Okay, I just made that shit up. The internet's perception of what's old and what's not is completely warped. I get it, the years are passing, I'm getting a little bit older, but that doesn't mean I'm a fossil. But it's starting to get a little bit concerning because people think things that I grew up with are old as shit. That's when the reality set in for me. There was a whole video about the Nintendo DS, how people used to hide that shit underneath their pillow. Right. And the TikTok search was dead ass, what is a DS? This was like a couple years ago, so that's when that feeling really hit me. But if somebody who's 40...
But the DS was not a couple years... Oh, you talking about with that trend? Man, the DS, bro.
Stumbles upon this video.
DS.
This is going to be a complete shock to them that people in their 20s think they're old. And to be fair, my For You page isn't helping me. I keep seeing videos about how it feels texting someone over the age of 20. Wow, I see how it is.
Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. You ain't finna make no. I don't care, bro. Life too serious as it is, bro. Y'all not finna let they be trying to take the joy out of shit, bro.
Old people over the age of 20 are gonna respond with, "Why are you crying?" When I kept seeing this over and over and over again this year, the reality just sunk in. It became a trend to call me old as fuck. So that's why you see all these people in their 20s claiming that they're old, saying that they're pushing 30, they're unk, they're 22 teen.
Uncle.
Okay. Not that. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna be mad if someone calls me unk. I'll just laugh it off. But I just want to know what happened within the span of a few years, because I was just getting called a baby a few years ago, and now I'm even in college classes getting called unk, and now even people way younger than me are getting called unk. At that point, unk is really lost its meaning. Like, dog, how are people getting called unk for being born in 2009? Constantly being called old and telling me I'm a grown-ass man or whatever has me a little too hyper aware of my aging. I don't think anybody
Yo,
watching this wants to age like milk. Who does? And that's why this type of content started going really viral.
This shit lagging, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. What am I paying for, man?
Aging content.
I don't
what I mean by
no lag.
Anti-aging content is people will make content around slowing or preventing signs of getting older. Now, I get taking care of yourself and self-care, so I see why some of these videos exist. But obsessing about your looks too much.
Bro. Refresh my shit.
There's been a serious problem arising on the internet, and it's known as the unk problem. Okay, I just made that shit up. The internet's perception of what's Or you'll also have podcast dudes just taking this shit to your looks too much can be a problem. There's really a line that should not be crossed with some anti-aging content. Sometimes people will do anything and call it sauce or a method to